8 seconds. So we on the time now. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all tuning into the Corner Radio, hosted by your man Kill. I got my R&B and my hip hop squad up here today, man. I got my man Bezo. What's good, fam?
Yeah, what up? What up?
Oh man, everything good. Kay, Smile, what's going on?
Bezo, did you just salute? Like what? You was like, what's up?
I always do that. Yeah, the
Okay,
people.
I didn't know. Okay, hey, easy. Bring the voice down.
Already.
30 seconds in.
I'm just asking. I didn't know. I just asked. Sup, y'all? I'm doing this shit. What?
Just started.
Yeah. JR, what's good, man?
What's up? What's going on, yo?
It's been a minute. I thought Kay would be happy to see us all, but maybe not.
Is JR still in? JR, are you in the closet? What is that behind you? Where you at? Are you hiding? Are you hiding? What you doing? What is that behind you? You look like a closet door. Are you trapped? Is there somebody holding you hostage? Blink 2 times. Blink 2 times if they hold you hostage.
You can tell somebody don't pay attention because this is always where I sit every video we've done.
Are you on punishment? Like you at your mother's house, you on punishment? I'm just asking because you're younger than us. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Obviously, you don't pay attention because this is where I always sit. Go ahead, Kill.
Was this why you was late? Because you was writing material for the first 5 minutes?
Yes, you was. That's what it was. Yo, came on strong already.
For everybody, you got something for Kill too? Damn.
Bezo, we from the same place. We know the same people. You know how I get down. Don't talk slick in front of this Philly dude and this little boy from Brooklyn or New Jersey or wherever he's from. Don't do that, okay? You know how I get down. I will show up in your driveway, Bezo. I will show up in your driveway.
Don't come at me like that, yo. Your car will not be there tomorrow. Don't play with me.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Yo, let's bring it back in. Come on, let's get some Morgan University, some love in the spot. All right?
He didn't go to Morgan. He got the colors on.
He got the blue and the orange on. He
that's for the Knicks, Kill. You just can't give New York no credit. That's for the Knicks. Don't act like that.
Yo, what is that? Like a triple extra large latte cup? Let me see that.
Don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Your team won a game tonight and you feeling brolic. We just beat y'all last week, son. Come on. Oh, come on. What's good? Us Kill in the spot. Right, let's go.
Your best wide receiver popping out the hot tub with niggas singing Sexual Healing. I know.
Come on, B. Come on.
No, but listen, it don't matter. What matters at the end of the day, we rocking rings. Killers, nobody on your team get married. Y'all ain't got no ring this year. Don't act like that. How does it feel to know that you're going to die never seeing a Super Bowl ring? I'm just asking. Like, in your lifetime, you will never see a Super Bowl ring unless you switch to the Giants side. Maybe your wide receiver should pop up out the hot tub. Maybe you need that extra booster energy. I'm just saying. Y'all still blaming Andy Reid right now. Andy Reid
said the same thing about the Chicago Cubs, that they would never see a chip. So we good.
108 years. That's going to be you. 108 years.
I say, I got to wait 108 years for that shit.
You want to talk about marriage? That's commitment. I ain't jumping no. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get to the show. Let's get to the show. Yo, we talking about top R&B albums from 1987 to 1992. We're going to be doing some years, every 5 years going on, doing it with the hip-hop joints and the R&B. So let's jump right into it. Kay, since you so hype right now, what's your first joint from 87 to 92, and why'd you pick it?
So, wait a minute. JR picked Mary Had a Little Lamb. So, my point, I chose Guy. It came out in 1988. Mm-hmm. And of course, the album was self-titled. Probably hands down one of the dopest albums ever. Teddy Riley, shout out to Harlem, even though Kill tried to give him to Virginia not too long ago when we were talking. Teddy Riley came through that whole New Jack Swing type thing. everything about Guy was killing it. The songs, of course, Groove Me killed it. Groove Me was the party jam. If you ever went to Bezo and noticed, you go to the St. Ursula parties, they was playing Groove Me. You was dancing until midnight. Like, yo, this is the dopest place ever.
St. Ursula, wow. Right, boy. And Chicken Hut afterwards for the after party. Wow.
Groove Me, I like, of course. Goodbye Love, Piece of My Love. That right there, that's my, not number one, but definitely one of my favorites.
Yo, did Aaron really say dumb bitch on that?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He said dumb something. He did one of them Charlie Wilson things. He did not say that. But
that would be nice. That nigga straight up said, "You dumb bitch."
Okay, no, he didn't.
He did. Because he was talking about that chick. I don't know her name. Perez something or other. Yeah, Gloria. Yeah, there you go. That chick. And she was wild. He was constantly putting hands on her, putting the mittens on that girl back in the day. That was a wild dude, man. He was a wild boy. Word up. But yeah, I don't give a nobody. He said, "You dumb bitch."
We're going to slow it down and then we're going to play it backwards and we're going to see. Bezo's lying.
I'm dead. Yo, Grand Poobah sampled it in the song.
He was getting high back then, Bezo.
Ooh, Grand Poobah or
both of them. We know Aaron was getting high.
I know
Aaron was getting high.
Shit.
All right, so go ahead.
All right, JR, what you got for one of your joints, baby?
Well, one of mine was God, but I'm going to go. Go ahead, Joe. Go listen to the gospel for a second. Get your mind right. I'm going to say Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever. That joint is like a family album. My dad, not even a R&B head, but when that joint come on and something just ain't right start, he goes in. And I just remember that my family praised that joint like crazy. So, I had to throw that on there. That joint is definitely a classic with the Teddy Riley production, of course, and just a banger. So,
what's your favorite joint on that?
Huh?
What's your favorite song?
I'm gonna have to say between "Don't Stop Your Love" and probably "How Deep Is Your Love."
All right, Bezo, what you got for one of your joints, Vic?
My number 5 is your man Vic, man, got me about to call him Jodeci, but Jodeci. Remember that shit? He kept saying Jodeci, and I'm like, who the hell is Jodeci? And then finally, I think you said it like, wait, you talking about Jodeci? Like, oh, I never put two and two together. I had Jodeci.
We was like, who the hell?
Yeah, like, he kept saying it too. Like, we all knew who it was. Like, who the Jodeci, yo? But no,
that's like JR say that day he was trying to pronounce the album. What was the album he was trying to pronounce?
Me?
Yes.
He was trying to pronounce something and it twisted. It was twisted.
So you like Jodeci?
Yeah, Jodeci, Forever My Lady, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I mean, that joint. What I say about that? The as a debut album, the first 4 songs on that album was like, wow. I mean, the first song, the way it came in was just like it was Stay.
Yeah.
And them big chords and the melody and all. I was like, that was a hell of a debut right there for them cats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely Joe. I mean, it was hard too. I had a list of names and shit. And I had to start moving people around. Like, damn, Jodeci was higher up when I first did it, but then I started listening to some more stuff. Like, okay, but some of the stuff holds sentimental value for me.
Yeah,
right. Jodeci was just like I said, for a debut album, those first 4 tracks, man, they was all big and powerful. And I love big R&B tracks like that, man. Them cats, they came in very well like that. It was hard, very hard.
They stopped people because, they was like, I mean, if you knew them from Father MC, from the background. Mm-hmm. And then to see them come out like, yo, that's those dudes? And they killed it. Like you said, the debut song, like, Forever My Lady was dope. And then Stay was, sorry I left you crying.
Come and talk to me.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
I'm still waiting.
Yo, here's the deal. You could not go through the dorm in 91 and not hear that joint banging in the dorm. Any dorm, any apartment complex that Morgan students lived in, when you were through the hallway, you knew if you was going to somebody's house, you'd be like, oh, Jodeci playing, never mind.
You know what it is, too? Because it was like, what you say, Kay, is true, because it wasn't just chicks blasting Jodeci. It was dudes, too, because they were like for our generation, like the first hard on like, some Wild Cats type shit. Like even Guy, I mean, Guy was a little bit older than me. You know what I mean? They like a few years, like my sister's age, 3-4 years older, and they came off like them old school hood type of wild boys from Harlem. But Jodeci, they was like our age, our generation cats that was some wild young boys that the two brothers could sing, and then you got my man with Devontae, whoever was doing the music and shit. And the production was big and real powerful, man. It was like even the dudes was rapping for Jodeci. The love song, Jodeci, not just the up-tempo shit.
I don't even think people know the up-tempo side of the CD. You know what I mean? Like when you think about it, that was when people had cassette tapes and CDs. And I don't think nobody know what the fast side is about. If they sang that joint at a concert, you probably sit down like they was French Montana or somebody. Like, nah, I don't even know what they think.
I was just about to say, I've never heard side B.
No, I've never.
There's no need to.
No need.
Even if it was dope, it was like, it can't be better than these first 4.
Exactly.
It's like, what's the point?
And then, like, I think when the songs got remixed too, like that was
Come and Talk to Me remix is crazy.
Yes.
You'll go to a dope party now.
Yes.
Let the DJ throw that joint on right now, the remix. And I don't know what you doing. You can be on the bar, half tossed or whatever, washed.
Yes.
You are going to put your drink down and want to go to the dance floor and just stand there and do something.
Yep.
It's too hard, man. It's too hard.
So the funniest thing about this album, I brought the cassette for my sister for Christmas. And this back when I ain't care, so I opened it up and I was like, let me play. Like I wasn't even, my thing was, I was like, yo, whatever, it don't need to still be in the plastic. And I started playing, and I played it so much that it popped. So that I didn't get my nothing for Christmas because I was like, yo, I got you this Jodeci joint, but it popped, so I owe you. So I still owe my sister a Christmas present. I get it. But, that's the funny thing about this joint for me. The first joint I got up for my joint, and this is JR, this may shock you a little bit because there's this big misconception that I don't like Boys to Men. That's not it. I just think Jodeci is doper. But Cooley High Harmony.
That's actually like my extras.
Cooley High Harmony, 91. It dropped my junior year of high school. That was like my soundtrack for my junior and senior year. Please Don't Go. This Is My Heart. The Ooh I joint. The remix. It's So Hard. Motown Philly. And then my favorite joint on there was the last joint, Your Love. To me, classic 5 mic album. Dallas Austin did the damn thing on the production. So that's definitely one of my favorite joints from 87 to 92. Kay, what you got, big?
I mean, not to throw salt on nothing, but y'all might think I'm crazy, but I never liked Boyz II Men. I never liked them cats, yo. I might be a little impartial.
Was it them dressing alike?
It's just something about them. The dark-skinned dude with the skinny head and the box cut.
Yo, wait, stop. He said this before. Don't let him go no further.
He said that before. With the big head, I used to be like, how is his neck holding that big ass head, son? And he got a box cut. He got a box head. Just something about them cats I did not like, son. And then it was like, kind of like the pop R&B type shit. They just straight up used to make me mad. Like, I don't know.
Okay, time out. You don't remember Bezo telling us the same story before? And he was like, yo, with his big face that he was singing, and I didn't even like him, that big face too.
And it was straight boxy, and then he had to learn to have a box cut like, fam. Get around to that shit off. Those Philly joints they used to have back in the day, like light bulb joint and shit. He should have rounded that shit off a little bit more, man. I never liked them dudes, man. It's just something about them. I couldn't rock with, yo. I don't know what, and it's like the music was always like it was kind of on a borderline of pop and R&B. It wasn't that. It was like that Whitney Houston.
They was doing the doo-wop type thing.
And I just couldn't rock with them dudes, man. Then they did the song from one of my favorite movies, Cooley High, and that shit made me mad. Like, that's my joint right there, and y'all niggas gotta do it. Come on, son. But funny story, when me and Shy was living in Philly. Shy was messing with this chick. I think her best friend's brother was originally in Boyz II Men, but he was like a year older than them, and he graduated high school before them. Was like, yo, we need to go sign this joint, get the deal right now. Let's go do this. They like, nah, we gonna finish high school. So he said, I'm out. I'm gonna go do a solo album. and he sold like 10 copies of that joint. And then them niggas went on to be Boyz II Men. And his cat never did nothing else. It was like he got a job like downtown Philly working in a restaurant or some crazy shit like that. And these cats was like blowing up, going around the world and shit. He was like the sixth Beatle or some shit.
I forgot dude's name, but I know who you're talking about. I forgot dude's name, but yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Damn, you a wild dude. All right.
So story before, you should have cut him off when he was like, I never really liked him. You should have been like, we know. But no, you let him go when he had to tell the big head story again. And had to
the head and the little neck. He had a skinny neck too with that big ass head. That shit holding that shit up, son. I just couldn't. You should make me mad watching it.
Oh God.
All right. Okay. Who you got next, guy?
So I stuck with Teddy Riley. I did Blackstreet.
Okay.
And
What year was that?
No, wait.
Like 94.
I watched my own thing because I was on the cusp of the year that we cut off. So I went to 94. I was on the cusp.
She always do that. She always do that anyway.
That's a whole nother level. That's another tier.
I was on the cusp.
I knew she was
stay at 92. That's the cusp.
Wait, time out. Can I say something? So, remember earlier when I sent the text and I was like, oh, from 87 to present. And then JR was acting like the little brother that snitched. And he was like, I thought you said to 92, Kill. And then Kill was like, yo, it's the 92. Yo, I wrote this list out the other day when you texted me. Kill, I wrote this list out the other day when you text me. So I just kept my list because, sometimes I go off on my own. So I went off on my own and I chose Blackstreet. And I chose Blackstreet because I felt like what Teddy did with Blackstreet is what he wanted to do with Guy when he did that second album. But then by that time, Aaron was so damn high. Damien was mad because he wasn't getting no money and so forth and so on. And so the band just broke up. It's like the band that Puffy had going to get the cheesecake. They just broke up. So I chose them because of that, because it was like his continuation. And he rocked it. But then it's like Teddy matured in his sound too, because it wasn't like that party synthesized whatever. He slowed it down a little. And then he brought Dave Hollister in, who, that's all you got to say. Blackstreet, the original album, the original group, the title, self-titled album, Dave Hollister. That's it. So I chose them because I already had my list wrote out. Now,
Kill, isn't that the joint where Bink got his first joint off and shit?
That's the second Blackstreet joint, the Don't Go joint where they sampled at the bar.
Yeah.
That's when Dave had left because Dave was gone by then.
Yeah. All right, Jay, what you got up next?
Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. I had to throw that in there. My mom loves that album to this day. She blasts that album to this day. Any trip we go on, that gotta be in the bag. That joint is just dope from beginning to end. I mean, the joint is hot. I ain't got nothing bad to say because I don't feel like he came out. So,
I mean, I don't know if it's too much you can really say about Don't Be Cruel.
You can't say nothing about it.
On a negative tip, I mean,
yeah. I mean, truth be told, that's my number 4, as a matter of fact, as well, was Don't Be Cruel. Because, I just looking at the song list, man, it starts out with Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Roni, Rock With Ya, Every Little Step I Take, and I'll Be Good to You.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo, you talking about Roni and My Prerogative? Yo, Bobby came very hard with that. I mean, Don't Be Cruel was dope too, but that's a dope album, man. Because I don't think anybody. I remember when he went solo and left after he left the group, whatever. And I think around the same time was like BBD was about to start doing anything. I don't know if they had already started doing anything yet or whatever.
They hadn't started because remember he had the first album, the Bobby album with Girlfriend on there.
Yeah, Girlfriend. That's right. But with this one, that's what it was. Because I remember at the time it was like you anticipating. That's when he was knee deep in all the Whitney Houston stuff. And that's when Whitney was still considered like hot, I mean, amongst men and shit. But it was kind of like you didn't know what to expect from Bobby. You know what I mean? Everybody knew he was Wildcat.
Whitney was hot because she was pure. She could sing.
No. I thought he meant hot like niggas wanted to bang her hot.
Yeah. Before she was hot.
Yeah, that was when she was. Yeah, that's when. Yo, that was definitely when Whitney was still.
Yes. Oh
Whitney,
yeah, they like Whitney. Oh yeah.
that was around the time she did the movie with the cat, the Bodyguard joint or whatever.
No, that came later.
That's later. I don't even think
That's what I'm saying. That came back. She was still considered to some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was, because when she came out with "You Give Good Love," I was in like maybe like 7th, 8th grade, and dudes thought Whitney was hot. She was singing pure, pretty young girl. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit older. I remember many cats, including myself. That album cover with her on the front is just her face, and in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be too graphic, but she had on the bathing suit on the rocks, and you know, she had a little camel toe going on, and that was like the conversation amongst cats. Like, oh shit. I was like, look, my sister had the joint. I brought it out to my people. Like, look, and we all sat around and looked like, wow, Whitney got some shit there. Okay,
y'all must have lost y'all fucking mind when y'all seen Darlene in the bathing suit with Ice-T. Then if y'all spaz on Whitney in the one piece,
you gotta remember, bro, that wasn't only thing we had.
You was a little boy. Just be quiet and rock.
He was a young cat.
You used to Philly chicks looking like Brooklyn chicks used to look. They used to look rough, so you didn't understand that refined look that came through. That's cool.
Whitney looked like she looked like a good hood chick. You know what I mean? A hood chick that went to school, went to her classes, did okay in school. Little did we know she was a wildcat like that.
Right.
She at least had that look. Just like a
She had the pure look. She could sing. They built her as a pure young girl that could sing. Yeah. You know, all of that innocence that the dudes on the street liked. The dudes on the street wanted a chick like her because it was like, all right, I know everybody ain't messed with her. And she was hot. Dudes liked her. I remember that from being little.
When her and Bobby got together, I remember everybody like, what? Bobby?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was like the going idea. Like, how did Bobby Brown pull that off?
Yep.
Yeah, she was hot, dog. She was hot. I can't front. Pre-crack, she was hot.
Yo, Taylor ain't feeling it.
I'm just okay.
Even with the crack, she was hot.
Pre-crack. Before the crack.
Even when she came to jump on Bobby when he was coming out of prison, she was hot.
Now y'all gonna tell me the crack with you was hot too? Come on, y'all.
No, I said pre-crack. Before the crack, she was hot.
All right, Bezo, what's another one of yours since Bobby? What's another one for you?
Well, my number 3 then would be Mary J. What's the 411?
That was my number.
That joint, man, I mean, for me, it's different too. Coming from Yonkers, and my man Dave Hall did a bunch of the production on there. A couple other cats I knew did production. My peoples told me I had met her back in the day because she lived in like Slow Bombs, I think it was, or some shit like that.
Yeah. She lived on the 10th floor next door to our brother and them.
And I know, like, me and my crew, the cats I used to run with hard from the Vernon, we used to be in Yonkers all the time, chasing chicks around and shit. And Slow Bombs, School Street, Riverdale Ave, and all that in Yonkers. So when Mary came out, she was the one that set the stage for the hip-hop R&B music with the hip-hop drums, like straight-up break beats, R&B chords and melodies and all that shit. She started it with that album, you know what I mean? And then, like, what's the 411 the song with Grand Poobah? That might be, that might be the best hip-hop R&B artist collaboration, or at least my favorite. That's one of my favorites. That's right there with Jodeci and Wu-Tang on the remix joint. But Poobah on them verses, man, woo, that back and forth between him and Mary was crazy. And that's when I was like arguing, ready to fight cats that, Poobah's one of the nicest MCs ever. But that whole album, man, was just reminisce, real love. And my favorite joint off of that album, Quiet as Kept, is Love No Limit, yo. I love that.
My joint, yeah.
That's my favorite song, Mary, period. I love that song, yo. Bring back so many memories, yo. So, yeah, it was Mary for me. I'm sure some of y'all probably got to higher up.
It's on my list. I ain't even rank them like that, but definitely Mary for me. That was my senior year of high school going into my freshman year at Morgan. So it was just, like you said, just hold a special place. Same way y'all was talking about with Jodeci. I remember being at Morgan, everybody was banging Mary. You know what I'm saying? I remember, back in the day when you would do your voicemail on the answering machine. I had Mary. I think I had Love No Limit because it was like that loving you is what I want to do. You had to listen to all that shit.
You was in love? You was in love, Kill?
I mean, yeah, freshman year I was still with my shorty from back in Philly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
what? I'm just like, okay.
Trying to get him in trouble, man.
I'm just saying, you can have Mary, whatever. Yeah, so it was
got him reminiscing
I think, like,
I'm trying to get that man in trouble, man.
No, I just said what? I just asked the question. So I think that joint was so dope because, like, Bezo, you was there when I was there, so it came out like spring '92, and you figure we had the friendship games. Remember that? We all them joints, the Northwood cookouts, all of that. Everybody was banging that, and then I went home and came back with a Kid Capri tape. That's how I had that joint, and everybody was like, "Yo, who's that chick?" So for real, I'm just gonna confess. For like probably about 2 months, I said it was me singing.
Damn. Oh,
yo, she did the get down. You act like it was a Grandmaster Flash mixtape. You was.
Oh my God.
Because, wait, what you have to realize is that everybody from New York knew Kid Capri. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not. The people down here, they didn't really, like, they heard of him, but they didn't really know. So, he's like, yo, there's some new hot joint right here. So I was just rocking it. Everybody was like, yo, that's dope. Who's that? And I'm like, what? No. Like, I'd be singing like, that's me. They like, for real, that's you? But then the New York cast is like, yo, I got the same Kid Capri tape. You bought this from the dude on Ford. I'm like, what? So, and here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Wouldn't be like what Mary did and what Puff did with Mary is what Ron G was trying to do with Tasha, but it just never blew. He took their whole idea and just rocked it. Like, Ron G still had her singing on the mixtapes, and Puff was like, yo, this sound is dope, because when you think about it back then, Ron G and Tasha had the hardest sound on those mixtapes. Like, she was singing like the hook, Ron G got the fat beats, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. And Puff just took that with Mary and was like, yo, I'm going to get another chick that's hood, and we're going to rock it out. And he just took it and blew. And so by the time Miss Jones' album came out, it was just like, she copying off Mary. She didn't. He just took it and rocked it.
All right. I mean, yeah. You can't say nothing bad about what's the 411's classic. JR, that was one of your joints, right?
That was my number one joint. I mean, my mom brought that tape home. She brought it home, and she was like, because she said she heard Reminisce on the radio, actually. And she was like, yo, who is this girl? And my mom remembered Ron G. So my mom was like, yo, Ron G is so underrated, and nobody really talks about him, which is crazy. But she was like, basically Puff took his style. So it was like, when she brought that home, we played that from beginning to end. It was just like, yo, it's nothing really wrong with that album at all. So that was my number one right there. That album made Mary become my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah, and don't even get started on the remix joint.
No, the remix is on my list. I put the remix on my list. The remix is bananas.
Oh my God.
The joint, probably my favorite joint on that joint was the one with her and KC. If Loving You is, what's the name of that joint?
Yeah, Loving.
I don't want to do anything.
I don't want to do anything.
I don't want to do anything else. That was just crazy, man.
Oh, that's your favorite joint on the remix or the regular?
No, the regular. The regular.
Oh, my joint is changes I've been going through. That is my joint with the Biz Marquee sample.
Yeah.
That's my joint right there.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this album though? Because it was 92 when it dropped. And just when I was going through this list, trying to come up with my top 5 or whatever, it was like I was finding most of my shit was really early, like late 80s. 87, 88 was the dopest joints. And it was a lot of joints that was popping in my head. But when I looked at the album, like, damn, it's really only like 2 or 3 dope songs. The rest is kind of cool, and some is just straight whack. Because I was looking at like Tony. I looked at BBD and a few others. And it was a lot of like dope singles from all types of groups back then. But
yeah,
it was like there was a gap there where cats was only making 2 or 3 dope songs, but then dropped what's a 411. That's when we finally got another R&B album where it was like, yo, almost the entire album is crazy, like classics. Because all them joints I named, shit. All of them is really classics. Reminisce, Real Love, You Remind Me, Love No Limit, Changes I've Been Going Through. Come on. So the whole album is just crazy. So Mary brought all that shit.
It was a new sound. Mary, Jodeci, they revived R&B for our generation. Yep. Because prior to that, it was our parents' R&B that we was rocking to. You danced to Luther, and if you was real old school, you knew who the Gap Band was.
Frankie Beverly. That's why like Ron G And Kid Capri, all them mixtapes.
Yep.
Right.
It would be old classics from the 70s and 80s on it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, you had these people come out of nowhere, and like Bezo said, these dudes could sing, but they looked like us. They had the baggy jeans, the Timbs on, you know, and you was like, yo.
It wasn't wearing sequins.
Somebody sing that look
shit. It wasn't looking like Prince and none of these Michael Jackson like.
Right. They wasn't looking like Boys the Men with them bow ties and big heads, you know. Bezo said it.
All right, Kay, what's another one of your joints?
So,
87 and 92. Please don't talk about something.
2015.
She gonna be like,
because I got honorable mentions, but I chose BBD. And I was like, I felt like Bezo did because they only had really like 3 songs that I really liked. But,
One of them, no.
Yo, I don't know, man. This BBD album, they had Dope, BBD, I Thought It Was Me, Do Me, Poison.
I like the Dope remix better than the
original.
Yeah.
But When Will I See You Smile Again?
Bezo. Hey, wait, time out. This is my turn. I'm going to say the songs I like, and then you chime in afterwards and say, yeah, okay, that's dope. That's how
I know that's what you was about to say. That's right.
So, of course, BBD, 90, they came through, and they rocked it too, because we was used to New Edition, you know, doing their little dance routines, whatever, and they came out real thugged out and fly. Do Me. So, like, the whole smack it up, flip it, rub it down, everybody says that to this day. And then, of course, Poison. And now we're going to get to Bezo. When Will I See You Smile Again? I broke up with my boyfriend in 12th grade on that song. Cried so hard.
I've gotten back with a chick using that song.
Yes, you told us, yes.
Made a mistake.
And we got to give them honorable mention because Ricky Bell did that song with Red Bandit, and y'all don't even know Red Bandit. Baby, Baby, Don't Cry. That joint was dope. What? And everybody thought it was a BBD song because nobody knew who Red Bandit was. And that was the only song he probably had out that was fly.
I'm always like, yo, I like the whole album for the most part. I mean, I ain't like the Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny Word to the Mother. But
that's a lot of words there, bro.
That's a long time right there. It's like Ralph hit Johnny Word to the
Mother. You naming the Wayne's babies or some shit. Like, just keep running down the list.
Nah, but I think
Jackson.
This album the most was BBD was like the underdogs. It was like, yo, what they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's one of those things like, you know, and to me they had a bet. Well, I know Kale disagreed, but I mean, I felt like they held it down more than anybody. You know, Bobby.
Why would I disagree with that, Kel?
I know you like the Bobby Brown album. I know you love Bob. So
I like Bobby, but however, let's pause here because they're on my list. So I thought BBD was dope. Ricky Bell has always been my favorite singer in the group because that one dude could really sing his behind off, and I felt he was underrated. And if anybody should have went solo, it should have been Ricky. He should have packed up because he was by far the dopest one to me when it came to singing. I always liked Ronnie because Ronnie's the best dancer out of the whole group. If you ever watch them when they dance in the choreography, Ronnie dances effortlessly. Mike was just that dude that got in on the group like, yo, I'm either going to go to Job Corps or I'm just going to get down with the
Damn.
Job Corps? Job Corps. Like he didn't have no other options. It was
no other options.
That was the military assistant.
We gonna hook him up.
I'm gonna join New Edition. One of the two.
Yeah. It was like, yo, we got to pull this dude in. We got Bob, so we got to pull this dude in. And Mike was always the one who wanted to be a rapper, but his lines was never slick enough for him to rap on his own. So,
one of them cats that the BET, one of the ciphers, this last one or some shit I heard.
He was on the cipher?
Yeah. Like they was rhyming.
Who was on the cipher?
Which one is it? Biv and Ronnie's the tall dude, right?
All 3 of them was. Oh yeah. It was Mike.
They did. They were in the cipher. Yeah, they were.
See, for me, I rock with Mike because he was like the sports dude. Like he'd be in the videos playing ball. He'd be, you know, he was always.
Because he was headed to Job Corps. He didn't have no other talent but that right there. He was headed to Job Corps.
Hey, but I'm with you on BBD. JR, who you got up next, man?
Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation.
Mm-hmm.
I got that joint. I put that as like the top of my albums list of all time, actually, because I mean, State of World and Knowledge. The Knowledge actually made me want to like go to college for real. So, you know, that joint and the album is just dope from beginning to end. Like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they did the damn thing on that album. Period. So I had to throw Rhythm Nation on there for sure.
What's your favorite song on that joint?
The Knowledge.
The Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, people sleep on this song there. She had this joint called Someday Is Tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that was dope as hell, and it was dope because, you know, the last album, Control, she was talking that Let's Wait a While crap, you know, and then on this joint.
You was mad. Somebody played that song when you went to their house after school, and somebody played that song, and you was hot.
Yeah, you put
for something more funny how time flies, though.
I mean, that was, yeah, but she was putting subliminal messages in people's ears. But then when Someday Is Tonight, it was like,
I
made you wait, but now we can get it in. So that was like a slept on. And most people don't know about that. That's a classic Janet banger right there.
But see, on the Control album, she was trying to grow up. You got to give her that. Like, she was trying to grow up independent. So wait a minute until I'm fully independent, and then you go and get this. And then she gave it to you.
A little bit. Then when she got to the Janet album, it was done. It was done.
Everybody had it by then. It was just like,
wait, which one is that? Is that the one? Is that the one with the red album cover? Was like she like
that's Velvet Road.
Yeah, that's Velvet Road. By Velvet Road, she was hooking. She was hooking by Velvet Road.
That's why it's my favorite. Good job, man. But I gotta say this. This is really shallow of me, but I must say this because I've had this conversation many times with Shy and some other cats, and me and Shy had the same opinion on Janet. I don't understand or get this whole idea that she was a dime piece, man. I just don't see it. I never have. Like Shy used to always say, when has Mr. Jackson been known for pushing out dime pieces? Rebe, the other chick, like who is it? Where all the people? How?
Yo, really?
I never thought Janet. She was cute when she was at Good Times, but even then, she was like, yeah, she was cute. But she wasn't rocking with Thelma or Walona.
I mean, she was 10. She was a little kid. I mean,
but wait, when she was on Different Strokes, you didn't think she was cute? You didn't think she was cute on Different Strokes when she was going with Willis?
But I just never. She never did it for me. You know what? I think it was like her voice and her. Man, she always had this like she was so prudish, and I just turned me off, man.
Because you wanted that freak chick. You wanted the freak chick.
You got to the Velvet Rope and loved it, though.
It was like, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, okay, now I can rock with it. But I just never saw her as being like, I know cats that like love, like she's dope, she's gorgeous, she's so, she all right.
But Bezo, you have to think of it. Janet was what Whitney was, the appearance of innocence, the appearance of what is pure. Yeah, so just like Hill was like, yo, Whitney wasn't dope to me, whatever. And you saying the same thing, but about Janet. Like,
here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. Whitney's came off genuine. Like I said, she came off, I mean, she from Newark or some shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. She came off like a good chick who grew up in a bad neighborhood. And, you know, there's always them type of chicks that went to school, did their work, got their grades, and went on to college or whatever. But they know a bunch of hood people. They messed with some ex-drug dealers and shit like that. So they knew the hood shit, but it wasn't hood. Janet, because she came up in that Janet, you know, the Jackson money, her shit just seemed contrived and made up and fake. Because that's like the whole story. I remember back in the day seeing about her having that seed with the DeBarge cat, and it's like, you know, keep it on the raps because it was bad press for them and all that. And all them nose jobs the whole family got. Her shit just always seems so contrived and phony to me.
I don't think so. I think Janet definitely.
When people start talking about the kid, I just be like, I don't say nothing. I just be quiet. I'm like, whatever. I'm quiet. Yo.
Nah, I always thought Janet was a dime. And then by the time she got to that Janet album, man, when she was talking that If joint, that If. Yeah, man. But we going to get on that years later because we got some other years to go to with that. But that Janet joint with If and what's that other joint? Not Someday Is Tonight. That, God, JR, what's the joint off of Janet? The banging slow jam that she had the video to.
Oh, Anytime, Any Place?
Ooh, that joint. Oh yeah. Now that song is one of my favorites.
Yeah, but when we do that show, that's
one of my favorite slow jams ever. Anytime.
And then I don't know if Cass heard the R. Kelly remix.
The R. Kelly remix. Oh my God.
The R. Kelly remix.
Yes.
All right, Kay, we gotta give you reminiscing. All right, B. So what's another joint you got?
I mean, I think it was JR that said him already, but I had him up in number 2 for me. It was Keith Sweat, man. And I guess for me it's different, you know what I'm saying, the reason I got him up so high, because Keith Sweat was like 87. That was like right at the beginning of this. And, you know, Teddy Riley had his stamp on that, and it was like pre-New Jack Swing type of shit. But it was Teddy getting his feet wet and bringing that new sound.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I made the list of the songs off. I was like looking at the album, and I'm like, yo, I almost wrote down every single song.
You do. The whole album was dope. The whole album.
On Her, Make It Last Forever, In the Rain, How Deep Is Your Love, Don't Stop Your Love. And let me tell you something. How Deep Is Your Love?
Woo. Yeah.
That's that right there is, again, when I was at Morgan, I had made arguably the dopest slow jam mixtape ever in history. It was so dope. I made 3 copies for myself because I knew at least 2 of them was going to grow feet. And then as it turned out, all 3 of them shits grew feet. Beautiful chicks somewhere in this world got the dopest ever slow jam mixtape ever that they stole from my ass. And that right there, How Deep Is Your Love, was like, I think number 3 or 4 on every single one of them, because that shit was, woo.
Yo, the lyrics though, when you think about the lyrics of the song,
that's what I'm saying.
Yo, so that was on my list too, and I was gonna mention it too. Like, yo, I know JR mentioned it, but you can't talk about this and not talk about Keith Sweat. And for me, it was kind of like Bezo, like it was Guy. And then that particular summer was just off the hook in New York. Like, so you see dudes in the Maximas and they was rocking Guy and they was banging the Keith Sweat joint. You go to the park. So Bezo would notice, you go to 4th Street, dudes is riding by while they playing ball with the joint banging. You go to the Bronx and 21 Park, they hooping, DJs out there, they banging that, like, and dudes didn't care that they was banging Keith Sweat. Like, yo, he was killing it. And it wasn't just I Wanna. That whole year was bananas. And, like, not to bring in hip-hop, but, like, EPMD was killing it that year. Kane was killing it that year. Like, you can't mention those 2 groups and not bring in a little hip-hop for, like, 2 seconds. Like, yo, it was bananas. But that song, spend all day thinking, all night wondering why love had to change. What?
But it's not real. Come on. Yo, because it's like with Keith, everybody knows Keith was a whiner, but that was like the one song where it fit perfect. His whining. That shit did heavy on that.
Yo, but for real to me though, the dopest song on the whole CD was "Don't Stop Your Love," and the reason
it was like one of the last songs.
That's the last song on there, and I think for me, because I was young and you don't understand it fully until you get older. But like when he was in the beginning, the prelude, and he was like, "I'm just sitting at the office," and the time just keeps going slower and slower. He was like, and I keep thinking about when I get home, and then the beat drops like, boof, the door. I'm like, yes.
But you know what about that song is crazy? It's like it is. You're right. It's probably it may be one. It's the dopest up tempo joint on it without question. Every time I think of it, I guess it was a video for the joint, and all I can think of is Keith with the little dance and shit. He had like short arms or something that looked off. He was dancing and shit looked real.
Yeah, he got on straight black. Like
he got on the what's the joints? The pants and shit. What do you call them joints with like the pleats in the front?
Yes, yep.
Leather platinum leather belt and all that shit.
Yo, Sweat dance like Anita Baker, the male version. Like his neck is stuck, and he'd be like Anita Baker be like, she has her seizure. Keith just like. It's like he got a halo on. He's like,
and you never knew what his hair was. You never knew it was a box cut. Was it an afro? Was it Jerry curl? Was it S curl?
Right.
It was just So shit.
I'm loving this, yo. Y'all crazy.
You know, said Anita Baker having seizures. She ain't deaf, and she ain't never had no seizure, man.
Yes, she did. And you know she's kind of deaf.
Deaf.
Yeah, she do. And Anita Baker's deaf. Listen to her sing. She's deaf. She's like, she's deaf.
Shit on Anita Baker.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
That's blasphemy. How you gonna just it's a Sunday too? Damn.
Wait, hold up. Bezo started this.
All right.
Not Anita Baker. Oh man, you might as well sit on Sade damn there. Damn.
I'm not even
We're gonna leave it alone right there.
Do it.
We're gonna leave it alone right there. The next joint I got up for mine, it's an old head joint. This the type of joint your uncles or your pop will pull out. Alexander O'Neal's Hair album.
Yeah.
That joint.
That
joint criticized on it.
That's my joint.
It had Sunshine. It had Never Knew Love Like This with Sherelle. Was my joint. That's why it was my pop who used to always. That's why I said this an OG joint.
It is. He looked like the type of cat you see at the liquor store every day too.
Yeah.
Blue brown bag.
That cool dude in the neighborhood. He got them greasy lips. That cool dude in the neighborhood. Yep. Like you be like Mr. Alexander, cool as hell though. You better leave him alone. Father said back in the days he was not the dude to mess with, and he's slippery.
You know all the kids in the neighborhood and all their parents.
Yeah.
Let them catch you acting up. You like, man, shut up, Mr. O'Neal. I'm gonna tell your mama.
Right. So it's like street girls on all of that.
With the slip-ons with no socks and the slacks on and shit every day, man. Every day. Like the nigga ain't own no socks every day.
And he didn't own no sneakers because when he wore that velour sweatsuit, he wore them slippery Earls with the velour sweatsuit.
And the slip-on joints that like end like right past your toe. It don't come all the way up the foot. The shit's like foot and stuff.
Bezo, I remember that dude who used to walk around Mount Vernon like that, older dude.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm telling you exactly. Big moves, all of that. Yep.
All right, well, bring it back to Alexander O'Neal, the real one. Y'all talking about Crackhead Mike and Mount Vernon back in '86. Alexander O'Neal joint. My favorite joint on there was probably Criticized, man. And then on top of that, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced the whole album. I mean, you can't go wrong with Jimmy Jam in '90. This was '87. That's like Marley producing your whole album. And you couldn't go wrong with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis doing that joint. Kay, what's another joint you got? This like your fifth joint, right?
Well, technically yes, but technically no, because I have some more honorable mentions for later. So I chose SWV.
There you go.
About Time, 92.
Yes, sir.
That was another dope joint. I was in Morgan, of course. I mean, of course, when they came out with Anything, everybody was like, yo, this is crazy. And then they did the remix with Wu-Tang, Bananas, Downtown. A lot of people didn't initially know what they were singing about.
I know.
I didn't either. Nope. I didn't.
I knew. A chick had to tell me. I knew, like, what?
Hello, y'all gotta realize how old I was.
Uptown. I'm from Mount Vernon. I live uptown. What you talking
I thought you was talking about going downtown to get some sneakers. I really did.
Okay, so initially that's what I thought.
How old was you in 92, JR?
6. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wait, but no. Time out. JR was singing Gin and Juice at 6, so we can't give him no passes.
You're right.
We can't give him no passes. But they were so dope. Weak right here. They like it's kind of like they took, to a degree, they took Mary's look and they brought it even further. You know what I mean? Like they didn't try to emulate her sound. But it was just like, yo, we got the same look, the hats to the back, the big jackets. They came out with the TJs, the tight jeans on, all of that. And they rocked it. That whole album, I don't have nothing bad to say. And the remix album was dope. A lot of people don't know that they had a remix album. And the remix album was bananas. Because that's when they had the Michael Jackson Human Nature mix on there. That joint was
Downtown joint, the Downtown remix. Yeah. But the one song I don't like on It's About Time this week. I never liked that song.
What?
Never. Never.
Slap your own face. You're crazy.
I don't know. I think because they played it out and I just didn't like it. Like, I don't like it. Like, if people ask me to this day, that is the one song by SWV I cannot get with. I always be like, play You're Always on My Mind. Play that more than Weak.
Weak was crazy.
Yo, and then on the remix album.
That's why I liked it, because of the remix.
Right. But the remix album I was just thinking for a second, like anything, that joint, they brought that joint full circle. It had the hard beat to it, all it. Hey, but you didn't like Weak though?
Yo, the crazy thing about that, Weak was so dope to me on my slow jam tapes. I used to have an acapella to go into the regular joint, man. Weak is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you, JR. One of my favorite joints on there, the slept on joint, is You Always on My mind.
Oh, that's not slept on though. Who is that slept on to?
But I mean, most people don't name that. They do this.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yo, I just did this thing, and I had like, it was so many people on Twitter, and everybody was talking about Weak. Everybody went, I'm so into you. People even go about Coming Home and give it to me, and they still don't talk about You're Always.
I think Me and My Friends was a little different. That song is always, if you talk about that album, at least with Me and My Friends, that's going to come up. Like, that's going on. Maybe we was a little fast. I don't know. But
the thing I loved about Anything was like it was so short. Like it just was like, yo, Beezel, you know, it's like a Pete interlude. Yeah. How Peter had that beat going for a little minute and you get to it, like, damn, it's over. Like, where the song? Yeah. Like, that's how I felt about Anything. Like, that was just a perfect way to set off an album too, man.
Yeah.
Coco's vocals on that joint. She getting you ready, like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. All right, JR, what you got up?
She was always consistent too. She was always consistent with her vocals. There was never and if you ever saw them live, she was that singer that sang that good live. Taj, then when it came to Lily, it was just like, oh man, yeah. But like she was always consistent. Coco carried that group the entire way.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, JR, who you got up next?
I named a lot of mine in the top 5, but I got like En Vogue's Funky Divas and Born to Sing. Hey, if you're going to talk about 90s for them, I got to throw them in there. I mean, who cannot talk about Hold On? I mean, like, that joint just bangs. What else? What else on there? Can I name all my honorable mentions or no?
Yeah, you might as well name them.
Oh, all right. You already named Boys the Men.
Well, you know what? Hold tight, because I still got another joint.
Okay.
I'm jump on that En Vogue joint because I had Born to Sing as one of mine. Just love them slow jams. This was 90s, Waiting on You. That was back then. It wasn't. I don't think it was on the tape. It was only on the CD.
Yeah.
I had to cop the CD because some shorty was playing it, and I was like, "Yo, what joint is that?" And I was like, "Waiting on You, Don't Go." Part of Me, just stay away. And then when Marley came with the booming system, using the Hold On, like just everything about that En Vogue album to me was just dope. And then it was all fly, you know what I mean? So, like, nothing you could say bad about that En Vogue joint. Beezel, what's your last joint?
Oh, for me, it's like somebody. I think both of y'all, two of y'all mentioned it already. Is the Guy album. That for me, I mean, again, it's sentimental value, man. Because being in the Vernon. That's when I was like running around with like Eddie Effalo or something. And I remember it was after having them had blown up. And I don't know where we was going. I was in the car with Eddie. He pulled up to his crib. He's like, yo, you got to listen to this shit. This cat Teddy from Harlem, he's going to change R&B forever with this shit. And he played Groove Me. And before it ever came out, I'm listening to the joint of Eddie's Gold Integra with the Crazy System. And I was just like, wow. It completely blew my mind because it really was a whole other way of looking at R&B, like what you could do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that whole album, but then when you add K's song Piece of My Love, and then I Like, too. I Like. That's one of my favorite songs, period. I Like. But, I mean, that whole album, because like I said, he had something to do with the Keith Sweat joint, talking about Teddy, but that album ushered in the New Jack Swing shit. And it's like, you know, I've said it some years ago, man. It's like listening to a lot of these joints, like the Keith Sweat, the Bobby Brown, even some of the Jodeci and definitely the Guy, it's like those are the type of albums. It's like, you know how Star Wars remade the movies and added with new special effects. It's like, yeah, we got more technology, we can do more. I always wished cats went back and did the songs over, not remix them, but just played the joints over with like the new technology with better sounding instruments. Because when you listen to this shit sonically, I mean, it's mixed dope, but like the sounds them keyboards are making for a bass, it's just like so goofy sounding, just a lot of real tinny sounds. So it's like I hear it, it's like how ill them albums are. I can't imagine what they could do with them shits right now. How crazy they would sound with today's instrumentation. You know what I mean? With the stuff these keyboards and machines could put out now, how real and rich the sounds are. It's like I wish some of these dudes would just, not like I said, not remix the song like do another one, but do the whole thing over exactly as it was, but with newer keyboards, newer machines.
But that's like buying a CD that's been like digitally remastered. You hear stuff in that joint like, really? Did they sound like that? Like, was they,
like, you know, Piece of My Love, part of what's dope is like the beginning, that bass line. That shit, like, ooh, man, I got some bass sounds like, man, my God, if they were playing that with an SC1X or something, it's like, yo, it would be richer and thicker, you know what I mean? But aside all that, though, the guy joint, man, it's just Teddy's Jam.
Teddy's Jam was dope. Like,
you know, what's his name? David Rose still be doing that jam. Yeah, he still be doing that, like doing NBA countdown and shit like that. Yep. You could call me crazy was my joint. Don't clap, just dance. Round and round. And it's like, and it's funny because for me, Round and Round is definitely not one of the dopest joints. But again, for sentimental value, it's like when I would play that joint, I knew that the album was coming to the end, so I had to prepare myself to flip it over to the other side and listen to it again. And it was a nice way to kind of go out like round. And it's just the whole shit it was just a dope transition from the beginning to the end of that album. But so for guy, for me, it's like there's too much sentimental value there, man. What they did to R&B.
All right, that's what's up. And the last joint I got is Sign of the Times, Prince joint. Probably my favorite Prince album.
Mine too.
Sign of the Times, Housequake, Ballad of Dorothy Parker, Hot Thing. It's gonna be a beautiful night. If I Was Your Girlfriend, You Got the Look, and then Adore. I mean, Adore may be top 5 slow jams ever.
Yes, it is. Top 3.
I mean, but that Prince joint was my last joint. Okay, what you got for your honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions, of course, are outside of the box.
Well, do you want to just save them for that year?
Okay, well, I will. I'll save them because I don't want any problems tonight. I don't. I just.
JR, what's your honorable mentions, man?
I already said Funky Divas. I said I was like SWV. Actually, I'm Your Baby Tonight album by Whitney. I liked it. I thought that album was dope to me. For me, I thought it was dope.
Your Baby Tonight had what was the slow jam on there?
You're All the Man I Need.
All the Man I Need, yeah.
Yeah. That album was alright to me. I think, you know, Babyface and L.A. Reid gave Whitney some bangers for real. I think that album was dope. And
Whitney had grown up by that album. She grew up a little bit. She grew up.
And then when you watch her interviews for that album, she always talk about how, oh yeah, people want an R&B album, now you got it. So don't bother me with that. So
she was doing crack by then because she was real feisty.
And the reason why I'm throwing this on there, because I was listening to it yesterday, and it was his birthday. So I'm going to throw this on there. I'm going to say Tevin Campbell first joint.
He got a joint on that album. I forget the name. Alone with Me or something?
Yes.
Alone With You. I like how he redid the Strawberry Letter 23.
Yeah.
I like Confused. And then my favorite joint is Tell Me What You Want. Dude singing his face off. So I had to throw that.
I think Alone With You was dope. It showed Tevin as a older man. Like, I mean, he was a little boy, but like that was a real grown song.
You know, the cat Kyle West that did Albie Shore and some of Mary. He did that shit. Yeah, that's another Mount Vernon cat.
Yo,
didn't Albie Shore write out Alone With You though?
He might have. I think you're right. Because I know Kyle West produced it. He did. He played. That was him on like the keyboards and all that other shit.
Oh, okay.
I think Al did write that shit.
Okay.
Yo, I'll tell you the funniest thing about JR, and I'm sure all three of y'all know this, but for people watching, JR knows every anniversary of every album ever made. I'll be on Facebook and I'll be like, it's the 28th anniversary today of this. I'm like, yo, how do I barely?
And people's birthdays, and he know their birthdays. He's like, yeah, so today is Sly Stone's birthday.
Right. You see, people's birthday yesterday. Like, who the fuck knows that? Like,
to be honest with you, since that album, we all talk about this other album. It is I think the anniversary is in 2 days.
See what I mean? Like, dog, man, you better never forget your mom's birthday, man.
Word.
I'm just saying, you can't know every anniversary of every album and be like, oh, damn, I forgot. This dude, I'll be like, yo, there's no way that he'd be like, it's the 22nd. I'm like, damn, this nigga don't even just do the 10th and the 20th. He'd be like, it's the 17th.
Yes.
Whatever, but that's dope, man. Your music mind, you ain't our age yet. When you start getting, I be calling Nay Boots and Boots Nay. You'll get there one.
Oh man.
Hey, too many names start getting confusing in this damn.
Oh man.
All right, B. So what's some of your honorable mention joints?
It's funny because you named it with the Prince was my main one. I was like, it was hard for me to not have him in my top 5 just because of Adore. I mean, it almost didn't matter what else was on the album, just Adore alone. The rest of the album could have been trash, and that one joint almost put it in my top 5. But the other joints, it's funny though, because for me, for that album, it was like I was so much into Adore, the rest of the album didn't really resonate with me until like a couple of years later. You know what I mean? When I started hearing the joints, I'm like, damn. And I found out that it was on that album, and I go back and listen to the album some more. But I also had In Vogue, SWV, and the BBD as well.
All right. And for me, I had.
But then I also put Mickey Howard in there because her album came out in November of '86. November 26th.
That's the cut.
Right. There you go, Bezo. That's the definition of a cut.
November '86. That's the cut.
So I put Mickey Howard in there because I knew she wouldn't make it to the next 5 years. So come share my love. I'm sorry, what, Kel?
No, I was saying she wasn't gonna make it to the next round.
She wasn't gonna make it because we wasn't gonna go backwards. So I had to put "Come Share My Love" because that right there was just the title track alone. Man, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
You didn't like Love Confessions by her? You didn't like that album?
No, I didn't.
You wildin'.
Okay, hey, little boy. I didn't say nothing about you and your Whitney Houston cracked out album. So don't try to come with me.
Actually, so if you're gonna come at me, come with me with the right facts. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh.
All right.
Left in the room to Cal, man. Cal up here today. All right. I had Babyface's Tender Lover album. Love that joint. Still one of my favorite slow jams. I had the New Jack City soundtrack. You know what I mean? Even though
I wrote that down, but I thought you was gonna try to play me, so I didn't even mention it.
Me too. I did too.
Why would I play you?
Because that's what you do, Kel. That's what you've been doing the whole night.
You would have been like, nah, I ain't say soundtrack.
Exactly.
That's why I didn't even put it on there because I was gonna say that. But I was like,
and Sean K picking songs from 2008. That would be bad at a soundtrack. She like,
because that's how you are. You would have been like, oh, I didn't say soundtracks. I said, so I was like, okay.
Y'all know nothing, man. I ain't never said no to nothing. And the last joint I had was I'll Be Sure. In Effect mode.
Yeah, that's I forgot that. I'll be sure.
Yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Night and Day, Ooh, This Love Is So Killing Me Softly.
Yeah. Rescue Me. Yeah, man.
Off on Your Own. If I'm Not Your Lover. And like we already been talking about, but the boy Kyle West, Most Def slept on. You know what I mean? A lot of times to me, it's not about your quantity, it's your quality. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I think with Kyle, he was one of them dudes who had quantity. You know, his name may not have been on all these different albums, all these different
yeah, quality work.
Yeah, the stuff he put out, that I'll Be Sure is one of the albums you put on, you ain't gotta skip nothing.
Yep.
Good dude too. It's a real good dude, man. Real humble cat. But I don't know if I mentioned it, but one of mine also was Tony, their first joint. And that was one of those albums I was talking about. Like, there's really only 3 songs on that, I really rocked with. The rest of them was a little, off center, whatever I couldn't get with, but the Never Rains in Southern California and Whatever You Want. I mean, I listened to them joints just the other day. I mean, them 2 songs alone resonate. Like, it almost made my list just because of those 2 songs. But then when I listened to the rest of the album, it's like, It's the reason I don't remember the rest of the album because it really ain't that dope. But they had other shit after that. But just those 2 songs in general, man, were crazy.
All right. JR, give them all your information about the site and everything. I can't believe it's been a year since we made that joint.
I'm for real though, man. Just check out dreamworldofsoul.com. That's about it. Check out my thoughts and stuff. That's about it.
And what's your Twitter and all that?
Oh, on Music Soul Nick. Same. Ain't nothing changed.
All right, Beezer, what's all your information, B?
Now just get a Twitter at Real Life Thought.
All right.
That's all they need.
All right. No doubt, Kay. We know you don't rock with Twitter.
I sure do not. I disconnected my Twitter page. I got tired of seeing your stuff coming up in my email when I don't talk on Twitter. So I
turn the notifications off.
I don't even go on Twitter. I don't even go on there. I'm like, this serves no purpose.
Don't limit it to 140 characters so she can't.
Shots fired.
Oh. JR sober tonight, and now he's going to try to come at me because he's sober tonight. Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm not. So you know.
You're trying to come at me tonight. All right. Wait for the next show when I come at you and I hurt your feelings and you start crying. Oh, wait. Flashing the comb in the camera. I'm sorry.
All right. Y'all already know what it is with me. At Kill889. We'll make beats. Check out this joint. My man Sincere got out called Ain't Nothing Nice. 6 points. I produced it. Kind of banging. So check it out when y'all get a chance. I'll catch y'all next week, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
So we could do soundtracks next